Hello and welcome or welcome back. My name is Lily and today we will be doing our debt confession update for May 2025. So I'll let you know I thought I was recording earlier, but I wasn't. So I have to go back and give you some updates and information because it was left out. So I'll just start from the beginning. If this is your first time watching, I'll let you know I set up my debt in 4 different categories. I have several credit cards that are the same. So all my American Express credit cards, I put it in a category. I had several Chase credit cards that I put in another category, which is category 2. And category 3 is just random credit cards and store credit cards. And category 4 includes everything regarding my mortgage. That's including 2 loans and a HELOC that I have. Okay, so I will let you know all of these credit cards are either at a 0 balance or closed. Like this American Express 3, it is closed. So I have a total of 6 now. From the Chase credit cards, they're all closed or with a 0 balance. Chase number 3 is actually closed. Now on to category 3. My Bank of America credit card is my working credit card that I use to pay all the bills that can be paid with a credit card. What is still open and active is US Bank 1 and US Bank 2. And then TJ Maxx and Kohl's, they are closed both. Those had small balances. I didn't even really use them, so those are closed as well. So everything regarding the mortgage, I have 2 loans that are repair loans that I did take out, and a HELOC. I am using the velocity banking method to help pay down these debts, and it is working so far. So all these credit cards that I had balances on, I transferred them over to my HELOC, and I paid them down at a lower interest rate. I was paying almost $1,000 per month on just credit card bills. And that was over, I believe it was a little bit over $20,000 in credit card debt. So once I transferred those debts over to the HELOC, and the HELOC is so it's been fluctuating. It started at like 8%, and that was kind of high for me, but it still worked. So it started at 8%, and I started doing this velocity banking method back in September of last year. And so as I eventually started using it and the market and things started changing, that 8% slowly started to come down. And so more of my money was being used to pay it down. So it started at 8%, the HELOC. Now I'm referring to the HELOC. It started at 8%. I think the next couple months it went down to 7.75, 750, 7.50, and then as of now it is currently at 7%. Okay, so the limit of this HELOC is $50,000, but I do have a balance on that, so I'll let you know what the balance is and what I currently have available. So let's do that. But first, let me go back and tell you about my mortgage, what is due. I know I'm skipping around, but try to keep up. I just want to get this done and let you know what's going on and the progress that we're making. So for my mortgage, it's always due on the first of the month. The minimum payment is due at $741.12, but I always round up, so I actually pay $800 a month. So as of now, the balance on that mortgage is $88,944.69. That mortgage started out at $125,000. I did put a substantial amount down. I put more than 20% down on the mortgage, so it brought it down to $125,000. So that's what I was starting with, and the interest rate was at 3.75. So as of now, I'm just at $89,000, which is good. Okay, so now on to, my goal is, I'll let you know with the mortgage, the goal is to eventually start putting additional payments to this mortgage after I pay this loan 1 down, because loan 1 it's at an interest rate of 9.99%, and it's charging me, it's amortized just like a mortgage would be. So it's charging me a lot of interest unnecessarily. So I want to tackle this loan one first. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm paying extra to this. It's always due on the 13th of the month. The minimum balance that's due is $650.30. The balance is, as of May 2025, is $36,127.70. Okay, and then loan number 2, this one is always due on the 22nd. The minimum balance is $464.23. And as you know, like I said, I always round up. So I'm paying $500 on this one. Okay. So everything gets a little bit extra. So this mortgage, I round up to $800. This one, loan 1, I round up to $700. And the loan 2 is rounded up to $500. And that balance as of now for loan number 2 is $32,590.93. Okay. And now the HELOC. So the HELOC, the due date is always on the 28th. And the minimum payment varies depending upon the balance that I have on that HELOC, how much money I've used. So this month, as of May, the HELOC balance is $200, or not the balance, but the payment for this month is $254.35. Okay, and then the balance that we have on that HELOC as of now is $16,956.39. I hope I haven't lost you guys. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Okay. Oh, I forgot to let you know what loan 2, the interest rate for loan 2 is at 6.99%. But again, that's amortized just like the mortgage. Okay. And like I said, the HELOC is at 7%. Okay. But it still works because this is charged at simple interest. So it's a lot better because I'm able to pay down these other debts that are high interest and that as amortized at a lower interest rate. So this HELOC is really helping, and I'm using the velocity banking method, which is cool. And I didn't know about it until last year. Well, I knew about it, but I didn't know how to use it. I'll say that. And once I got more information and did the research as far as using it to consolidate all these credit cards and pay them down aggressively, once I learned how to do it, it's been working out for me. So I'll let you know my current debt as of now. And guys, my debt started off it was at over 200,000. So it was at 213,000 or so. And it's been coming down. I'm being patient and I'm watching those numbers come down. So if you guys can get your hand on a HELOC, most definitely I would recommend it. And then I'll show you what my numbers look like before, and maybe you'll see the difference. So let me show you what it was last month or the last couple months. Okay, so I'll show you this, but let's do our total. Let's total up everything. So for our total debt that we have includes just everything here in our mortgage, because all credit cards are at zero balance or closed. So let's add up these numbers. 88,944.69 plus 36, 127.70 plus 32, 590.93 plus 16956.39. Okay, so the amount that's due for our category 4 is $174,619.71. So that is actually our grand total because we have no other debts outstanding other than everything regarding the mortgage. So our final number for our debt for May 2025 is that, which is cool. Now let me show you the difference. I don't want this video to be too long, but I want to show you how it's really been helping out. So for last month, look at this. Same difference. So look, and this is with all the credit cards, no balances on those as well. So for last month, this is April. Okay. So look at the difference in the numbers, and they're coming down pretty good. So on the mortgage, what was due, 89,465.11. What's due now, or the balance, 88,944.69. On loan one, because I'm paying the extra $2,000 last month, it was at 38,529.42. This month, it brought it down to 36,127.70. So the extra $2,000 is making a great impact. And then with loan number two, not a real impact on anything because, again, I'm just rounding it up. But last month, it was at 32,897.08, and now it's at 32,590.93. Okay, and then I'll show you with the HELOC. So last month I did get my tax return from state and federal, so that did help. So I put that money back into the HELOC. So as you can see, it came down substantially. So last month it was at 1844, 445.06, but I applied that extra income that I got. I just dumped it back into the HELOC. And so that brought my balance down on my HELOC to 16,956.39, which was awesome. And you see the actual payment came down. So it was at 18,000. What I owed was 276.68. I brought it down a little over $2,000, and the payment is still just what, $20 difference or so, a little bit under $20. Is that right? So let's see, 276.68 minus 254.35. Yeah, so over $20, 22.33 is what it came down, which was awesome. And so look at the grand total. That's what I want y'all to see. Look at this grand total that came down. So it was at 79,000, and now this month in May is at 74,000. I did get a part-time job, so that is helping. And then I did get the my tax return, so my tax refund, so that did help. So once I dumped it back in there, I was able to pay it down, and things are looking good. So they're coming along pretty good. And then I'll just show you for March what it looked like. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So for May, this is April, and then this was March. So you see the difference. So we're here now, but this was the previous month, and that was the month before. But I made a substantial jump because of those extra payments that came in and me doing the side hustle. So it's working out, guys. I'm happy. It is a process. It's not a quick fix, but it's progress. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.